What's up? This is 319 podcast with two brothers talk about their life growing up in Waterloo, Iowa. We go through a lot of the things that y'all go through too. Just because we in Iowa don't mean that we don't go through the same struggles as y'all everywhere else. We all black. We put out a video. My brother put out a video. I recorded it, his song. Obviously, it's a lot of pain in that song, right? Um, but for the people that know him, know that he in a wheelchair. For the people that don't know him, don't know that. But there's even people that do know him that know he in a wheelchair, but they don't know why. And today we're gonna find out why. You willing to talk about that?
Yes, I am. More than willing. Hey, my name is Derek Cole Jr., 32 years old from Waterloo, Iowa. Yeah, Waterloo, Iowa, the trenches. Um, like I said, like my brother just said, we go through what everybody go through in the trenches. But at 11 years old, due to home life, ended up on the streets. Fast forward 3 years from that time, and I ran into my girlfriend at the time and my baby mom's childhood friend. But end up having a kid at that age. Well, I ended up living with her cousin, which he so happened to sell drugs. And he had some shit going on with himself. Not gonna go too much into that.
Right.
But they came to rob him March 17, 2008, 2 in the morning. And they ended up shooting me instead. And I ended up like this. 14. It was a lot to take in at the time. Hell, I don't even know how I'm 32 right now. I didn't even think I was gonna make it this far. But here I am.
If you can, is you able to go into detail about how the situation went down?
Yes, I am. Like I said, it was about 2 in the morning. I was laying in the living room, which he had a pull-out couch. All I know is I hear the back door glass shatter. By the time I got out of bed, I look over. It's a fucking 40 cal to my head. Where's the shit? Where's the shit? Well, I got some shit up in the closet. Take that shit. That ain't nothing. Take it. You feel me? So happened, after I got hit, you already know what it is. It's up. It gotta go up now because you hit me. I was gonna give you.
They didn't know you had that fight in you.
Yeah, first nigga, fought, whooped that ass too. It was two of them. He got the firing and pointed that gun towards my baby mom's direction. My son was 8 months in her belly. 8 months. She was 8 months pregnant, and I was willing to die for mine.
Right.
For him to live, for him to know that he's loved, for him to not go through the certain trials and tribulations I went through. So I ran her direction. I thought it was the bullet. Hearing a gunshot so close and so loud.
I can't imagine hearing gunshots going off in a dark room. Just the only thing, because I remember how the house was set up. So the only light you had was a street light coming from the kitchen and the street lights in the front window.
Mm-hmm.
Them the only lights you had, unless you had other lights in the house turned on.
Yep. That shit, it was real. I mean, I never been in a situation like that before, of course. But, it happens in the trenches, yes, in Waterloo, Iowa. Yes, in the trenches it happened, But it's all good,
See, people seem to think that when they hear Iowa, finesse 2 times, you're gonna find out, I think, 2 days, maybe tomorrow. I gotta look up the dates, but you're gonna find out that it's niggas around here, man.
Yes, sir.
But people seem to think that it's all white people and it's white people in corn. We even got it in songs where we talking about it, right?
Yep.
Some of the artists here are talking about it. But we go through the same things as everybody else. And the crazy thing is, the part of Iowa we from is predominantly black people.
Life.
So people think that Iowa just full of white people. Not the part of Iowa we from. Like, the part of Iowa we from was predominantly black people. And even the white people they acting like us.
Straight
We know some of the
niggas.
white people because we got out of Waterloo, right?
Yep.
There's a few white people that we know that's from Waterloo, and they act like niggas.
Oh God.
We welcome that, man. But so many people think that, Chicago know about us though, because they right next door. I didn't live there too. We're gonna get more about my story later on too, but Chicago know about us, so we ain't gonna add them. Milwaukee know about us because they right next door. We got family from Milwaukee here too.
Yep.
But the places that don't, like Atlanta, Memphis, California, Florida. Then if we go deeper Midwest, I don't really know if Detroit know anything about us. But Minnesota, they know about us because they right next door.
Yep.
But Indiana's so different. I got a whole lot of Indiana too because I used to live in Indiana. That was a dark time in my life. We gonna get into that too. We talk about a lot of the funny stuff, but eventually we gonna get down to the sadness.
Meat and
He
potatoes.
talked about his situation. He got a whole lot of sadness in his life that he done overcame.
Yep.
And me, I pretty much turned the sad part, the sad moments in my life, I pretty much turned them off.
Yep.
I walk around with my head up, I laugh, I joke. I don't mean no harm to nobody. I just want to have fun everywhere I go. I try to have fun at work with my customers.
But also, bro, I respect that because it can get you a lot more further than being emotional because, us black people are born with those emotions. And for you to be able to turn it off,
Right, we born with a different rage in us, man.
Yep.
We sure is. That's another thing, man. Raising kids in a biracial relationship. I'm learning because us as black people, just like every other black person on the planet and everywhere, right?
Yep.
We grew up just like that. We grew up at our grandma's house because our mama still lived with our grandmas.
Yes,
we grew up with our cousins, and it was do that or I'm knocking your ass out, right? You getting knocked the fuck out everywhere. Yes, here in Iowa too. We was raised like that.
Yep.
We knocking your ass out. I'm gonna whoop the black off your ass.
Yep.
But raising kids in an interracial relationship. My girl ain't from Iowa. She was raised in Iowa, but she wasn't born in Iowa, and she definitely wasn't raised in Waterloo. Mm-hmm. So she didn't grow up how we grew up. She got her parts of her trauma, things with her. Maybe one day she'll get on and talk about that too.
Yep.
But she got her own things. Hers is a little different than mine was. And it's a little bit more in common than what yours is. You and her got a lot in common.
Yeah.
And me, I was very loved by both of my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I still got whooped. My dad, because he raised you too.
Yeah.
But he still, he was the man of that belt, man. My mama wasn't. I got my whoopings from my auntie. But so I felt very loved by both of my parents. So I ain't go through the same things that you and my wife went through.
Mm-hmm.
But my trauma come from other people. My mom and her relationships. My mom and my dad, they split up when I was a baby, so I never seen them two together. I seen them in moments around each other, but I never seen them two in a relationship setting.
Yep.
But my sister's dad, he from Chicago. My first sister's dad from Chicago. They both from Chicago. Both of my sister's dad from Chicago, but we talk about my first sister's dad.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna say no names right now. He's still doing a prison sentence, and so far it been 23 years.
A long ass
22.
time.
My sister will be 20. My sister will be 23. In October. No, she 23 now. She gonna be 24. We 10 years apart. So she'll be 24 in October. So I'm going to mark that at his 24th year.
Yep.
But consecutively, crazy thing is you get more time for drugs than you do for murder. I don't know what's up with the system, why that is, but
facts.
My uncle, my mama's brother, my uncle, this man, I'm not going to say his name. He done been in and out of prison for one, my whole life. The first time I met that man was at my grandpa's funeral, and I knew it was him because he the only nigga that been in prison my whole life.
Yep.
Then one day, I see a nigga in shackles and cuffs in the back of the church. I'm like, that's my uncle. I never seen him, right? I seen him in pictures, heard about him, but I knew that's who it was. They wouldn't even let him go see his dad in the casket. He had to stay in the back. But
that's crazy.
Anyway, yeah, but that man done been out of prison at least 4 to 5 times. I'm only 33. That man done been out of prison at least 4 to 5 times, and every time he get out, every time he get out, somebody else die.
Crazy.
Every time he get out, somebody else die. One time he ran over an old lady, went back, got back out again, right? Another time, he just got locked up again because him and my cousin got into an argument, and my cousin put his hands on him. At this point, my uncle, an old man, he's 60.
Right.
He put his hands on him. He told him, if you put your hands on me again, I'm going to kill you. He did it again, and he killed him. I'm telling you, we go through the same shit y'all go through in other cities, man.
Facts.
He killed him, and he locked up again. I wonder, at this point, they ain't going to let the man out. But if they do, he's still going to be out more than my sister's dad have in 24 years for drugs.
Which is crazy, and I feel you on that because it's one person that's behind the wall right now that I miss a lot, and it's just one stupid damn decision he made, and you know what it did to his little shorty. But it's going on about 10 years now, and it's really fucked up. How these young black men don't educate themselves. They go and fuck up, and then they go and take the first plea. They don't read over there. See, if you gonna fuck yourself over, you gotta educate yourself too. You know, but just throwing your life away, yeah, it's the trenches, bro. But everything that you're saying, like, I can super relate to because we always got an uncle, a brother, a dad, somebody always sitting down doing time and has did some crazy ass shit. So I feel you on that. That's wild.
Right. Like I said, my sister's dad been locked up 24 years and he ain't missed a day. That nigga ain't been out one time. Meanwhile, my uncle done been out 3-4 times, and every time he get out, somebody else die.
It's crazy.
And he locked up for drugs and money. But as an adult, we went to go visit him right before I moved here. We went to go visit him in prison, right? And, you know, the conversations change when you're 10 years old versus when you're 23 years old.
It's very
right?
different.
Conversations, you understand conversations better, and they can give more detail because now you understand more, right?
Yep.
This man told me I'm not locked up for the drugs. I'm locked up because I had all that money tax-free.
Damn.
It's about money. It wasn't about the drugs.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's
He
nuts.
said I'm locked up because I had this much money worth of drugs and not paying taxes.
Crazy.
That's insane. Forget the motherfuckers that's and killing people. They get out again.
Yep.
But the niggas that's locked up because they had over $1 million worth of drugs, don't never see light again. That's crazy.
The American dream shit.
Dog. The system is nuts, man, especially for black people.
Hell yeah.
The money that shows
the highs. Don't know why. Lord. These niggas hoes for real. If it's kill or be killed, then bitch you supposed to kill. That bitch that lied to my face, how the fuck I'm supposed to feel? This thing the game no longer real, but I give them hope for real. Yeah, I give them hope for real. No seatbelt, Glock lap. Bitch, you know I ride strap. Sending shots out, never sending shots back. Upper echelon, send me that to top hat. 83 for life, I risk my life up on that block, yeah. Born hustling niggas, spray my wrist off in that pot, yeah. Oh yeah, in that water like a dolphin. Oh yeah, got a key in the glide, yeah. Let's keep it $150. You niggas ain't fucking with me. Niggas call me slipping, I shit shots out through the city. Niggas call me slipping, bitch, you know you supposed to kill me. And you ain't gotta feel me, I'll make sure you niggas feel me. Say I'm a terrorist, more like a veteran. The way I moved through the trenches, I had stripes to get. How long I survived in that field, I deserve a medal, bitch. They say I'm a terrorist, more like a veteran. I need a couple M's like I come from Memphis. One thing about my bloodline is flowing with some pimpin'. Hey, gas the bus, we roll running, you know I'm going to get it. If it's war behind the wrist, bitch, you know I'm gon' risk it, huh? I'm always flexing, huh? Like a wrestler. Don't cause a spectacle when you find out I'm stretching her. I ain't get it off the drugs, you was request from her. She ride the D with no hands, I'm talking Tesla. Holy words from Lord. If I was born in medieval times, I slang a sword. Show me something I never seen, I never heard before. From piss poor to count money when I'm bored. It's Lord.
Money that shows the highs. I don't know why I try. It hurts some more. It hurts some more. Oh damn, I miss my family. These drugs are them to see.
We talked about that one situation. You got many more situations.
I mean, it's a lot of situations, but all in all, I just want to shout out to my parents. I just want y'all to know, like, y'all might not hear from me, no, but I just want y'all to know, thank you guys for everything, because it shaped me into the man I am and how I'm raising my boy now.
Right.
You know, my son, it shaped me into that. And it shows me a lot of angles of it. But I respect y'all for everything, you know, because it shaped me into being a good-ass man. You know, I want to say this loud and clear. I also want to thank my big brother over here. Yeah, a lot of y'all didn't know me and Lando was brothers. Yes, we is. We brothers. You know, I was in a dark space not too long ago, and my brother pulled me out of that. You know, and all in all, the transition has been good. It's so much better in the light than living in the dark. And a lot of us go through the mental health shit and then we so prideful that we don't ask for help or we don't say something wrong, you know. But, you know, if you have to, you know, speak up. Go get that help, you know, because you don't want to stay in the dark. I'm watching right now, as of right now in this time, I was scrolling down Facebook just a little bit ago. I seen my cousin going through his little fog, and he's just got out of prison. And he's going through his little fog. I want to give up, but you can't give up.
Right.
You can't give up. You got kids. You got a life. You can't, even if you ain't got kids, you can't give up because that's what they want you to do. That you can't. You got to reverse that shit. You feel me? But, you know, like I said, life in the trenches. And like you said, there's plenty more stories. Like, you know, like you just got to keep your head on a swivel. Anywhere black, like you said about the kids, the biracial thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't married, but I was with somebody for about 8-9 years. And I had my son. I had a full Caucasian boy I raised. And I had a little son, DJ. You know, and you know, with the biracial stuff, that's kind of how it happened too with them too. It was like, I don't know, it was night and day basically. But it's tough out here raising, you know, these boys that's biracial. It's tough. It hits different.
And it ain't even much about the kid being a different race.
Yep.
It's about raising the kids in a biracial relationship. Me and my woman, I'm black, my woman white. Yep. We got two different, you know, beliefs and upbringings and disciplinary actions. Like, but I'm learning, man, because everything don't gotta be physical, man. Us as black people, we gotta break that trend, man, because everything don't have to be physical. Sometime you might need to put a foot in somebody's ass.
Facts.
Right? But it don't. We trying to stray away from that because just jumping up and whooping the kid right off the rip, that's almost like lazy parenting. You don't want to go through these steps, so you're going to try to do the first thing that come to your mind was the first thing that your parents probably did to you, right?
Yep.
So you're going to jump off and kick somebody's motherfucking head off when the whole time you should have started. Let's say that for the last, right?
Yep.
So you should have tried to start. I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. No, I don't abuse my kids.
Nah.
What I do, though, is I give my kids a platform to speak. Because when I was a kid, when we was kids, it was shut up. I ain't tell you to talk.
Mm-hmm.
It was I'm speaking right now. What I do, I let my kid, I'm the jury when it come to my kids. I'm the judge and the jury. My two sons, they arguing. You know what? Tell me your part, your side. You tell me your side, and we gonna figure this out.
Yep.
That's what I do. Even if at the end of it, I gotta kick both of their damn heads off. That's just what it is. But I'll let y'all get y'all shit out.
Yep.
We couldn't do that when we was kids. We couldn't. We couldn't do that, man. But back to your point when you said your parents molded you into the person that you is today, no matter if it was positive or negative.
Right.
Whatever happened in your life made you the man you is now, right?
Yep.
So my sister's dad, we still got a close relationship, man. We gonna get more about him. We gonna get more into him later on because it's a lot about him and my life with him and my mama's life with him.
Yep.
And I already got the green light from both of them to do it. So
Yep.
I just don't know if I should put that in right now because we green lighting, we spotlighting his situation. We're gonna talk about mine later on, right? Because I got situations too. But to go back to what you said with they made you the person you is now.
Yeah.
One day he texted me, right? In prison, texted me and said, I hope I didn't, or no, he said, I apologize for what I exposed you to at such a young age. And I was like, I hope you don't think you set a bad example. No matter what you did, or how bad you think you is for doing what you did. I hope you don't think you set a bad example. And I think he texted me this on my 26th birthday. And this was my reply, straight up. I was like, I hope you don't think what you did was setting a bad example, because you set a great example of what not to do.
Oh God.
You
Bars.
showed me exactly what I shouldn't do. I needed that.
Bars.
Because what if I didn't get that? What if you didn't do it first?
Bars.
And I decided to do it first. And then I go out there and now I'm in your situation. No, I needed that. That was the movie for me. I seen what it did.
Yep.
Just like I'm the only person. Now, we know a lot of people, right? A lot of people know me. A lot of people know you. I was the only one that was around everybody that wasn't smoking and wasn't drinking.
Oh God.
I'm 33. I don't smoke or drink, if y'all didn't know that. Most of y'all do, but the people that don't, now y'all do.
Bars.
I don't smoke and I don't drink, right? Never got into neither one of them. Never, right? But I sat around and I seen everybody's movements. I heard everybody's conversations. And dog, nobody gave me a bad experience. Everybody showed me exactly what I needed to see.
Yep.
To know what not to do. Cause you don't learn nothing from nothing. You can't know these things without being taught these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I see what you did, what you smoked, what you said, where you ended up, let me know. Don't smoke that. Don't say that. Don't end up like that. And the first thing was, you smoked that. That was the beginning. That was the beginning. You smoked that or you drunk that. Man, we go to parties. I don't go to clubs because I can't do drunk attitudes, right?
Yep.
And people smelling like alcohol. People start to lose control of their body when they get slapped, right? So,
as the old folks say, that's when the demons come in your soul.
People lose control of their bodies, man. And I'm not a real touch me person. I don't like being touched by people I don't know, right?
Yep.
The only person I need to touch me is my woman. Matter of fact, I remember one day I picked my cousin up and she had some girl with her and she was reaching from the back seat, grabbing my hair. And I slapped her motherfucking hand. Hey, man, don't touch me, man.
Oh, God.
And it's crazy because niggas be like, nigga, you smacked the girl off you? Hell yeah, because she wasn't mine.
Oh, God.
All my life, dog. I seen the nigga I was working at Foot Locker, man. This nigga, we just got a transfer. She was from another Foot Locker, right? She transferred to our store. But some nigga she was working with he came in there, right? He from the same store she just came from. So he came in there, and I ain't know him because I never seen him in that store, right? So he came in there, and he talking to her about the baby because she was pregnant at the time, right? This nigga reached over the counter and grabbed her stomach. I'm already knowing from just gathering y'all's conversation that this ain't baby daddy.
Right.
You ain't got no business touching that woman. I don't do that shit, dog.
Oh,
Man,
God.
he reached over the counter, he grabbed her stomach. I said, hey, man, what the fuck what you got going on? He was like, oh, man, we cool like that. I work with her at so-and-so. You got a problem with it? I was like, I got a problem with you putting your hands on somebody else's woman, and she wasn't even mine.
Right.
But, no, I don't do that touching niggas, women shit, and women touching other women's men. Like, don't do that shit. You keep your hands to yourself, or you might be able to keep them.
Oh God.
You keep your hands to yourself, you can keep them. Motherfuckers gonna get your hands cut off, your heads knocked off, something. But keep your hands to yourself, regardless. When it come to this beef shit, don't touch nobody because niggas is getting shot now. Niggas getting punched and coming back shooting. Like,
Yep.
hey, y'all don't get tired of dying. I mean, don't nobody get tired of dying. They only do that shit one time. But y'all ain't getting tired of going to funerals. Like, y'all ain't getting tired of clubs getting shot up, liquor stores getting shot up, gas stations getting shot up, houses getting shot up, blocks getting shot up, and we went through that shit too.
It's the same program.
In Iowa, we go through that shit too. I was in plenty shootouts. I ain't never had to shoot no nigga. I ain't even had to carry no guns. I was never the gun carrier. I was always around niggas that did that shit, but I was never the one that did it. I was a little smarter up here. I knew who to put myself around so a nigga wouldn't fuck with me.
Yep.
Because I was a lame nigga to a lot of niggas, but not a lot of niggas was touching me. Wasn't a lot of niggas putting their hands on me. There was a few. I done been in some fights. It was a few niggas that went ahead, but that was before I assembled my crew though. That's like 11, 12 years old. Niggas was on that bullshit. But by the time I was well into 16, 17, 18 and up, niggas was like, if we touch him, we got to deal with them. Niggas will see me by myself and still not do nothing. But then go out and lie. You had a whole nigga lie to you. Talk about he put his hands on me. And I was like,
that nigga was wilding, bro. Yeah, that was some bullshit.
Hey, straight up, I was like, okay, we gonna debunk that. Ain't no nigga touch me, for one. Two, if the nigga would have put his hands on me whatever day he said he would have, and he said I was with that nigga, he said he did it in front of him. He would have never been able to tell you that story because dude would have never made it off that street.
Yeah, but you know, it's niggas in the trenches always pump faking. You know?
He would have never made it off that block if he would have did that in front of him.
Niggas pump faking basically.
Man.
You know, God, the life in the trenches is just what it is.
The trenches is everywhere. People they saying, man, y'all got black people in Iowa. It's 2025. There's black people everywhere.
To touch on the trenches, you know, what you was just saying a little bit back when you were saying, ain't you tired of funerals? That's kind of like, you know, I'm a dad. I'm a proud dad at that. My little one, I ain't no names, but you know who I'm talking to. That's kind of how.
That's your son. You could say your son name.
Oh yeah, he be alright. He be alright. But his ass, you know, this new beginning of this, you know, we in the burbs now, you know, and he rather stay back in the trenches. You feel me?
Right.
And sometimes you gotta let them get their wings and fly. But
that's what it is, man. He want to be grown. He just gonna have to hit that brick wall, man.
Yeah,
he gonna end up here.
He think those influences is everything. You know, the smoking weed, the money, all that. That shit ain't cute.
It ain't gonna last.
That shit, and what he failed to understand is the same shit that he likes. Is the shit that put this bullet in my back, and now I ain't getting up out this chair. And I tried to save him for that in the trenches. I tried to save him from that.
Look, he hard-headed just like we is.
Facts.
Teenage boys is the most hard-headed people on the planet.
But it's scary now.
Teenage girls, you can't tell them nothing. Teenage boys, they'll listen to you, but they gonna go do that shit anyway.
But we was squaring up. These niggas dying.
Yeah, they dying.
That's difference. We square up. These little niggas is killing these niggas.
And it's crazy because even though we grew up like that, we don't want to see that shit. Nigga, we anti-bully gang, man.
Oh, God.
Man, one day we on our way back to the house, right? And I see, we in traffic. We just passed my kid's school, right? School just let out. We in school traffic. We caught in school traffic, right? But we in motion. And I see on the right, I look over, and I see this little boy getting his head pressed into a motherfucking fence by some other little boys.
That was bullshit.
Why was I the only car? I might have been the only black person in that traffic, right? I was the only car that hit the block, bust back around, and hopped out. I ain't see nobody else's parents out there with me.
Because They not built like us.
I say, and this the sad part about it is I don't remember. I ain't see the little boy face. I ain't get the full description. I just seen what was happening, right? So when I hop out the car and I walk up to the group of boys, I was like, who was just getting their face pushed up against the fence? Everybody act like they don't know what I was talking about.
Yep.
And then I'm looking, I'm waiting for somebody to say him. Nobody saying nothing. These are all white kids, right? So I'm like, okay, who was the one that was doing it? Everybody like they ain't see nothing. So I'm like, dog, at this point, dog, what can I do? I'm just out here. I'm a random black dude.
Not too much.
I'm a random black dude. People driving past, they just see me pointing at white kids.
Yeah.
They're like, this shit look weird. Little do they know, I just witnessed some bully shit and nobody else hopped out.
On life. We weren't the only person that seen that.
It's crazy because, don't get me mixed up, because I come from a biracial family. My grandma white, my mama half white. So I don't got nothing against white people. My wife is white, right? So
Bars.
we get looked at as ignorant and violent. But we, me and you, black men, is the only people that turned around.
On life.
We the only people that got out their cars.
Yep.
When two white kids was fighting.
Yep.
Didn't no other white parents stop.
Oh.
And we in the suburbs. We ain't in the slums no more.
Oh, God.
That's the type of shit that happened in these white rich movies. You see these motherfucking private school movies and everybody got on uniforms and the white
Yep.
Them be the worst schools.
Yep. Hey,
Them be the
man.
worst ones.
He's spitting facts right now, boy.
My girl grew up Catholic. Do you know she do not deal with that Catholic shit no more? That shit scared her to death. Cause now she grown and she like, man, that shit. Her best friend was in Catholic school. She was in private schools. They don't play with that shit no more, dog. Dog, them be the worst communities is them motherfucking them rich white communities.
That's
them be
because
the darkest ones.
That
man.
because they're entitled and they get a slap on their wrist most times. But I'm not gonna go into depth about y'all because I respect y'all. I love white America.
Hey, man. But like
you
I
know?
said, I come from a black and white family. My dad family was the black people. My mama family was white people and a black people because my mama mixed. She half black, half white.
All right, from the top. I'm back though. Well, all right. Yeah. On me though. Cool. All that. Every day I be going through it. Little bit of old shit, little bit of new shit. Just like a psych, she kinda confused. We spirit all poppy, try not to lose it. Yeah, I hear bustin', yeah, I see shit. Just seen Tony Yates, he said you a trip. Still fucking up every chance you get. You the same old dog, just learn a new trick. Go back from the rap, I don't know about drill. Who talk about bodies and the niggas they kill? Sound like some niggas telling on they self, then blame the other side. Let's be real. All I talk about is how I get bread and how to fuck it up, cause I never had shit. I ain't the freshest, the flyest, the richest, and I ain't gon' lie to try to fit in. I can really talk about how I fuck hoes and how me and the bro fucked up a brick. I ain't got it all, you know that I'm skits. Go ahead, try, see how ugly it get. You know that I'm south, you know that I'm blooded. You know it's tall piece, you know it's big 30s. You know I love pistol ball, take back and slap. You know it's free Mo D nuts and Saf. I be on the road with the music, I be in my zone when I'm losing. Only things stop me, I'm on parole doing music. And my baby mama gon' tell Luke if she cannot stop me. I ain't been turned up lately, just working and rapping, taking care of baby. That's right. 90, already decided with one on the way. I been on fire. My new bitch love me and my old bitch hate it. Ain't shit changed but the rap name crazy. Niggas been stealing since your terror voicemail. That's the inside of C-Rock, don't tell. I been getting to it since the first I could tell. With the lights on the side and the fake green zone. My side bitch called it, but that ain't your bitch. My main bitch called it, was kiss me through the phone. Shit ain't been the same since Blow been gone. TX and them gone, now Shaq and them gone. I been doing drugs just to deal with the pain. I can't put it down, it been that damn long. Young sneak geek, all you goddamn want. I'm a grown ass blood, bitch, I'm that damn grown. My grown bitch childish and my little bitch grown. I'm fucking on the boat cause I don't know what I want. Y'all too ashamed these days. Me, I'm standing in my lane these days. Standing on bitches that I'm taking care of mine. So just to be real, I can't afford no J's. Crossing my path better look both ways. I don't do shit and I don't explain. I'm a little J. Cole, Andre 3K, down trip, me, Mildred, Drake, Lil Wayne. Yeah, how this nigga out my city? Mercy. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, I'm perfect. I be locked up 2 months, I be gone too long, but I come back home and I turn it. Really, I'm the shit, really. And I be on my shit, really. I don't even rap no more, y'all can have my flow. I made this shit way too easy on me though. Stupid. All that.
back. So I was talking about my mom family being black and white, and my dad family being black, right? My grandma from England. A lot of people don't know that. Like, I wish she would have stayed longer so me and my mama and them could have had the accent. Cause it'd be crazy as hell. This big ass nigga with dreads with an English accent. Wouldn't nobody in Iowa? Wouldn't nobody? That would have threw everybody off. But I wish she would have stayed longer so we could have had that accent. But yeah, my grandma from England. And when she called me, I was working at Foot Locker at the time. When Donald Trump walked in front of the Queen, she called me and cussed me out like I'm part of the Secret Service, like I was supposed to told him to stop. This motherfucker, he stepped in front of the Queen and so. I'm like, I wasn't there. Hey,
Don't lie.
But then she said when he got elected, she going back home. I was like, I hope you don't think you just finna leave all us. I can't live without my grandma, man. I mean, I'm living without my grandma because I'm not around her right now. But if my grandma dipped out to a whole nother country and I know I can't see her like that no more, I'm not on that, dog.
Yeah, that hit different.
I'm glad she ain't going nowhere, man, because I grew up with my grandma. We grew up, like I said, man, we black, man. We grew up with our cousins. We grew up mom, uncle, auntie, cousins, and grandma all in the same house.
On life. My grandma, my love. I ain't trying to ruffle nobody's feathers, but my grandma is my mom. So, and my grandma background is Indian and black, even though they all niggas, but it's Indian and black. Yeah, but
Right.
My grandma's my life, so I feel you on that. If she would, yeah, like, and I love you, grandma.
Then, when Queen Elizabeth died, my grandma was like, I don't think I'll ever go back home again. I'm like, make your mind up. Like,
Right.
Hey, don't be pump faking about you about to just leave us. We ain't got dual citizenship like you do. We can't just go over there. Like,
That shit over with. Oh, God.
we can't just go over there. You can walk up in there like you ain't never left. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah, that shit over with.
Man. But, hey, man, thank y'all for coming and kick it with us, man. Y'all watching the 319. We'll be back.
Oh, God. 100.
Peace, y'all.